All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a massive shift happening in a place you probably visit every single day, your email inbox. And it's a change that's about to fix one of the biggest little frustrations of our digital lives.
So let me ask you this. Think about the last marketing email you opened. You know, the one with the discount code or an invitation to an event. How many clicks did it take to actually use that offer? How many tabs did you have to open? That journey, that number of clicks, that's the hidden problem we're talking about.
For years, we've just accepted this as normal. We've all been caught in what you could call the click-through maze. This little dance designed to pull you out of your inbox and throw you onto a totally separate website. On paper, this process looks pretty straightforward, right? But the reality is, every single one of these arrows is a point where things can go wrong. You open the email, you click the link, you wait for the page to load, maybe it's super slow on your phone. At any point, you can get distracted, frustrated, or just give up. The whole process is practically designed to lose people.
But what if email could do more? What if you never had to leave your inbox in the first place? Well, this is where the story gets really, really cool. All thanks to one simple but really powerful idea.
The solution is what we call interactive email. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like a mini app or a tiny website that lives right there inside the email itself. You can tap, you can swipe, you can fill out forms, and get things done without ever being kicked out to a browser.
And the difference it makes is just huge. So on the left, with interactive emails, everything happens inside the inbox. This slash is what marketers call funnel friction. But on the right, you've got the old way, which forces you to a new page, creating all that friction and causing people to bail. And here's the really crucial part. Keeping people inside the email gives you so much more insight into what they're actually doing. So beyond just being easier, why is this interactivity such a game changer for businesses? Let's break down the real benefits here.
It actually creates this amazing positive feedback loop. It all starts with reducing that friction. That leads to a much better user experience, or UX. A better experience naturally drives higher engagement. And all of that engagement, it gives you way, way better data. Let's just double-click on that data part for a second. Because every single tap and click happens right inside the email, you can track it. This gives marketers an incredibly detailed picture of what you like and what you don't, which means they can send you much more relevant, useful stuff in the future. No more guessing.
And now for the other side of the coin. What's in it for you? Well, when the whole process is just effortless and it respects your time, you feel better about that brand. A great user experience is one of the best ways to build loyalty. It's really that simple. Make it easy, and people will keep coming back.
Okay, so we've covered the why. Now for the fun part. The what. What can you actually do with one of these interactive emails? Let's take a quick spin through the possibility.
Just imagine this. You can browse different products, pick a size, choose a color, and add stuff to your cart, all from right inside the email. You might even be able to finish the entire purchase right there. The friction of having to go to a whole other website just disappears.
Or how about this one? Instead of clicking a link to some scheduling tool, the calendar just appears right in the email. You see the open slots, you pick a time that works for you, and boom, it's booked. No new tabs, no waiting around, done. This is where things get really creative and even kind of fun. Marketers are building games right into their emails. You might take a little quiz or spin a digital wheel to get a discount. It turns a boring, static message into a memorable experience.
And it's not just about these big, flashy actions. The design itself gets interactive. You can have these little accordions that expand to show more info without cluttering up the email. You can have image carousels you can swipe through, or even sliders to see before and after shots. It makes the email feel alive and dynamic, kind of like a modern website. Now, all this sounds great, right? But does it actually work? What do the numbers say? Well, one company decided to put it to the test, and honestly, the result was just jaw-dropping. So here was the problem. A jewelry company called Bluestone wanted to get customer feedback using a Net Promoter Score survey. It's a super common way to measure loyalty, but their emails were stuck in the old way of doing things. Click here, go to a web page, and no surprise, most of their users just gave up halfway through.
Their solution was so simple, it was genius. They switched to an interactive email using a technology called AMP for email. Now, users could see the survey and submit their answers right there inside the email itself. They just remove that one single frustrating step.
And the result? Get ready for this. An 883% increase in survey responses. Let's just let that sink in. Not 8%, not 80%, 883%. Just wow.
I mean, just look at the difference. The tiny little bar on the left, that was the response rate they were getting before. The giant bar on the right, that's what happened with the new interactive email. The visual really says it all. This isn't just a small improvement, it's a total game changer.
And this brings us to the single most important takeaway from all of this. Reducing friction for your users isn't just some minor nerdy tweak. By removing one single click, you can unlock absolutely explosive results. The future is all about bringing the action to the user, not forcing the user to go chase it down.
Which leaves us with a pretty fascinating thought to end on. If your inbox is becoming this powerful app-like space, blurring the lines between an email and a website, what does that mean for the future of the web itself? What other barriers are about to come crashing down? Thanks for watching.